What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? It's your man Stephen Bardo coming at you with another edition of Pregame Sauce. That's right, Pregame Sauce. I'm a little spicy today. Got a little sauce right here with the tie. I gotta do a pregame hit before this big Big Ten matchup tonight. And so I figured, you know what? I need to give y'all some love because some of y'all might not be able to see the pregame. So y'all deserve it. Y'all support me. So why not throw a tie on and let y'all see how spicy I can get. Hope everybody's doing well. Great game tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This is who I've got. Minnesota at Michigan, 7:30 Central Standard Time on Big Ten Network. Why is this such a great game? Because Michigan is undefeated, ladies and gentlemen, and number 10 in the country, and Minnesota is number 16 in the country. And Minnesota has as many wins against top 25 teams as any team in the nation. Liam Robbins is the Big Ten Player of the Week last week. And who he's going up against today, freshman Hunter Dickinson, was a freshman of the week in the Big Ten. 2 7-footers, a classic Big Ten matchup. Oh, man, this is going to be great. Donovan Lane, what's good, brother? Good to see you, man. Thank you. What's up, B. Houston? P. Bryan, 77. MM Connor, 333. CY Markham, what's up, CY? Good to see you again. Thanks for the support. Yansil Ashley, thanks for joining, Yansil. Good to see you. Hope you guys are doing well. So, yeah, this is the big game tonight, Minnesota at Michigan. All right. So the key player for Minnesota, many people thought I would say Marcus Carr. Tonight, the key player for Minnesota is Liam Robbins, the 7-foot center who can step outside and shoot. He's shot 25 threes. He's made 8 of them, but he does his damage in the post as well. The leading shot blocker in the Big Ten. He's an impact transfer from Drake University. And as my dad pointed out, man, think what Drake would be right now. Drake has as many wins in Division I as anybody in the country. They've got, I think they're 13-0, 12-0, 13-0, something like that. And Liam Robbins left that team to transfer to Minnesota. So, boy, what a gift did the Gophers get. Liam Robbins is a 7-footer. He's mobile. He's active. He's physical. A leading shot blocker in the Big Ten. He can shoot the 3. He can post up inside. And he will have his hands full with Hunter Dickinson, an outstanding freshman big for Michigan. This young man plays. He doesn't play like a freshman. He's got poise. He takes his time. He does not get in foul trouble. Obviously, he's being mentored and coached and tutored by Juwan Howard, one of the best bigs to play in the Big Ten ever. So this is a great matchup. So a lot of people would think that the All-American guard Marcus Carr would be the key in tonight's matchup. I don't think so. I think it's Liam Robbins, because if Liam Robbins can slow down Hunter Dickinson a little bit, that will force Michigan to look for someone else to pick up that slack. Now, Michigan can pick up the slack. They got 5 guys averaging double figures. I mean, this is offensively one of the best teams in the country. So you're looking at Dickinson, Livers, Wagner, and Brooks is just shy. So they've got 4 guys. They got 5 players within. They've got 6 players within a point of averaging double figures due to the Wolverines. So this is an offensive juggernaut. But Liam Robbins is the key player for them. Now, the key player for Michigan is Eli Brooks. Why do I say that? I don't even say Mike Smith. I'm thinking Eli Brooks is the key for Michigan, because he is going to be charged to slow down Marcus Carr. I know Mike Smith will have his turn in there as well. I don't think Mike Smith is athletic enough to keep up with Marcus Carr. Marcus Carr is not. I don't know if I can name 3 or 4 guards in the country that are better than Marcus Carr. They're not 3 or 4 that are playing better than him right now. I know that. And Eli Brooks has the size and the athleticism, in my opinion, more so than Mike Smith. Even Shandy Brown will have his hands at slowing down Marcus Carr because he is a dynamic guard. Okay, so that's the key player for Michigan, and I think is Eli Brooks. The Minnesota Keys, their defense has to be elite tonight because Michigan can cut you up so many different ways. They like to play inside out, more traditional, which I love. Juwan Howard is playing to his strengths, which he has a dynamic freshman big in Hunter Dickinson. And Hunter can pass the ball out of double teams. He's not selfish. He takes his time. He doesn't get a lot of turnovers. This is going to be interesting if Minnesota can do this. Coach Pitino told us, talking to Kevin Kugler and I in our call today, that they have to play elite shell defense. And I'm like, wow, this is fascinating because there's no, you can throw wrinkles and all that stuff out there. You just got to guard. When you got a team that has almost 6 players averaging in double figures, you just got to sit down and guard your man and play great shell team defense. So Minnesota has to be elite. They block more shots than anybody in the country. So they're great at rim protection, right? Brandon Johnson, Liam Robbins, Isaiah Enon, Eric Curry. I mean, Minnesota's long and they've got size. They do a really good job of protecting the rim as well as anybody in the country. But Michigan can hit you a lot of different ways. So Minnesota's D has to be elite. And what are Michigan keys? Michigan has got to keep Minnesota off the free throw line. Minnesota shoots as many free throws as anybody in the country. They get to the line extremely well against anybody. So can Michigan keep Minnesota off the free throw line, mainly Marcus Carr, because Marcus Carr does a fantastic job of drawing contact and drawing fouls. He has the ball a lot of the time in Minnesota's offense. He can break the play at any point because he's so dynamic in what he does. If he gets going at the 3 early, it can set up his total game. And and talking to people about this game and what Minnesota is, they struggled on the road. This is a signature game. You think the pressure is on Michigan because they're undefeated, but there's also pressure on Minnesota because they have not performed very well on the road. They got spanked at Illinois and they did not look good at Wisconsin. Now, those are 2 of the elite teams, but Michigan is elite. Michigan is right there at the top of the Big Ten Conference. So it's going to be interesting to see if Minnesota can get this road monkey off of their backs because they have not performed like they have at home. Like they beat Iowa in overtime at home. They beat a very good St. Louis team at home. So this is a top-tier Big Ten team, but they've got to prove it on the road. Let me get to your questions real quick. Gage Spiegler, what's going on? Let's see here. Gage, thank you very much. I appreciate those kind words. Nikki the C, good to see you. Sam King 3, DM Briguy 7, John Serluck, good to see you. Illini O Crush. Marcus Carr got rolled by Illini, says Paul Bryan 77. Yeah, they didn't play very good, but they're playing much better right now, and they're playing a little bit consistently. IJ Connor, Aaron Stalk Fleet, good to see you, Sean M. Meacham. I can't pronounce that. I mean, not even going to try. No, I'm not on the Illini game tomorrow. I've got Indiana and Wisconsin on FS1. Michigan hasn't played anybody yet, says P. Bryan 77. Michigan has played a difficult schedule, but it hasn't been to the likes of the elite in the Big Ten. So they have not played elite in the Big Ten, but that starts tonight. So a lot of questions will be answered for people who think that Michigan's undefeated because they haven't played as difficult a schedule as other teams have. There may be some truth in that, but that's the beauty of basketball because you know what? Michigan and Minnesota, these 2 teams starting tonight, they play tonight, and then I think within another 12 days, Michigan returns to Minnesota. So we're going to learn a lot about Michigan here in the next couple of weeks. Corey, Debo 23, good to see you. Let me see here. Let me get the questions from my peeps. Thank you, Dawn Green. Oh, that's my cousin on here, Ronnie Tate. What's up, cuz? Love you. Happy New Year, bro. I ain't talked to you in a minute. Thank you. Appreciate it. Kevin White, appreciate it, man. Good to see you. Drake also has some grown men, 22, 23-year-old seniors, including graduate transfers. Unlike most starting fives across D1, they've all had driver's licenses for several years. That's pretty good. I think that's my dad. That's interesting because Kevin Kugler pointed out when we did a Wisconsin game recently that the Wisconsin starting five was older than the Chicago Bulls starting five. So Drake and Wisconsin have some of the older rosters in college basketball, and not, if not overall. Kevin Kugler. Kevin talking about he's taking notes. He ain't taking notes. Kevin's back is always sore when he and I call games together because he has to carry me. So much love to Kevin. See you soon, partner. Shondy Brown for Michigan off the bench takes the Wolverines to another level. Robbins versus Dickerson is key for Minnesota. If Robbins can get Dickerson into early foul trouble, it could impact Michigan's offense. Joe Stovall. Strong, Joe. I can't disagree with you on that. Sharon Shorty Collins. What's up? What's up, Sharon? Good to see you. Matt Gertmeyer. Good to see you once again. How's everybody doing? I still have little doubt that Michigan State will be right at the top of the conference at the end. Am I wrong? P. Bryan 77. I don't bet against Tom Izzo. I never do it. I don't. So Tom Izzo, if you saw what Michigan State did to Rutgers last night, I think Izzo was starting to round the ship, and I think Aaron Henry is starting to embrace the role of the man. Thought it was going to be Joey Hauser. Joey Hauser was outstanding on the glass last night, but Aaron Henry, the last 2 to 3 games, has emerged as the go-to guy for Michigan, and I think he was okay with it, but I don't think he quite embraced it. The last 2 or 3 games, if you've seen Michigan State play, he has embraced that role, and they look like a top-tier Big Ten team. So I think they'll be okay. Thank you for that, P. Bryan 77. Who do you think has the most potential to be an all-time great for Illinois this year? Well, they got a couple candidates, C.Y. Markham. They got 2 All-Americans, Ayo Dosunmu and Kofi Cockburn. But I tell you what, Andre Cabello looks pretty good too. He looks like he's going to be have a heck of a career. Stephen, your thoughts on the Buckeyes? I think the Buckeyes are an interesting team because when they're healthy, they're very difficult to kind of match up with. What do I mean by that? Seth Towns is starting to get more playing time. Justice Suing is a capable forward that can do some different things. And so Ohio State with Suing, Seth Towns, Liddell, Kyle Young, Zed Key, they've got 5 guys that can all kind of guard 2 to 3 positions, and it makes them very good defensively as a team. And then you've got Liddell, who's a very unique offensive talent on the perimeter. And then you also got Dwayne Washington Jr. When he's shooting the threes, a streaky 3 shooter, but when he can shoot the 3 and he can space the floor, I'm telling you, Ohio State's they're probably the most interesting team in the Big Ten right now because they could go either way. If they get a key injury, they could slide a little bit. But if they can stay healthy and Seth Towns can continue to come on and space the floor like he does, and Zed Key continue to improve the way he has, Eugene Brown is coming off the bench, the freshman, he's getting more confident. They could be interesting. Very interesting. Has Trace Jackson Davis even scratched the surface of how good he could be? I think if he had a better squad around him, then he'd be so much better, says P. Bryan 77. Trace Jackson Davis is a beast right now. Coach Littlefield. What's up, Littlefield? Good to see you, bro. How you doing? Hope all's well, man. Happy New Year. I think Trace Jackson Davis is All-American level right now. It's going to be interesting. Indiana, Armand Franklin went out with an ankle injury, and he was playing as well as any guard in the Big Ten at the time. I don't know what his status is for tomorrow night's game at Wisconsin, but when he's healthy, when Aljamain Durham seems to be getting his confidence back, Rob Phinisee seems to be getting his confidence back. Indiana's a pretty good team. It's just the Big Ten is a juggernaut, man. It's a juggernaut. Oh, okay, CY. That's pretty cool. Carson James says, not sure if you've addressed it yet, but is there any new information regarding the Purdue Penn State COVID postponements? Carson, they don't really share that publicly. And so since it's not shared publicly, I can't share it publicly. I don't want to do that. I want to respect those programs and what they're trying to do in terms of rescheduling when those situations come up. So I'm not at liberty to share that information. So I apologize to you, but I can't do that. Oh, what's up, Erica? Good to see you on here. How you doing? Happy New Year to you. Tell Chris I said what's up. Good luck to the Kansas State Wildcats. Meredith Evans, good to see you. How you doing? So yeah, Carson, I'm sorry. I can't. I don't really even know any information on that. I would tell you if I heard and I have to withhold it from you. I would tell you that because there's no need for me to lie. But I haven't heard any information. And if I did, I probably couldn't share it with you until it becomes public. I hope you understand that. All right. But thank you for asking that. And thank you for taking the time out and joining. I really appreciate it. So yeah, if you guys don't have any other questions, let me pull this up again real quick. Key player for Minnesota tonight. Many people think it's Marcus Carr. I believe it's Liam Robbins, the 7-foot center who is the Big Ten Player of the Week. He was also U.S. Basketball Writers National Player of the Week. He and Hunter Dickinson is an old school big man matchup that I'm salivating to cover. All right. That's the key player for Minnesota, in my opinion. Key player for Michigan is Eli Brooks. Some people would think it'd be Hunter Dickinson because of the matchup. I think Eli Brooks is going to be charged with slowing down Marcus Carr. I think he has the size, the length, and the athleticism that he'll get the nods to start out on Carr, in my opinion. They may go with Mike Smith. I doubt it because I don't think Mike Smith I don't think he has the size or length, and I don't think he's athletic enough to contain Carr. Michigan does a really good job of defensive scheming as a team, but I think Eli Brooks is going to be the man to start out on Marcus Carr. I also expect Shondi Brown to get a crack at that as well. So that's the key player for Michigan. The Minnesota Keys, their defense has to be elite. Michigan is about 1 point away from having 6 guys average double figures. They're an offensive juggernaut. They've scored 82 points or more in all of but 2 games. So these guys can score a lot of different ways. And here's the scary part about the Michigan Wolverines. Isaiah Livers, really, who in my opinion is their best player, he hasn't really been a factor on the offensive end the last couple games, and Michigan has been dominant. That's a scary thought. So I don't think that we've seen the best of the Wolverines yet, but we may see it tonight. So the keys for Minnesota: play great team defense, because if you help out on Dickinson, he'll kick. They'll find the open shooter. If you stay on the shooters, they'll kick to Dickinson, and he might be able to get Liam Robbins in foul trouble if they go one-on-one. So it's fascinating chess match between the two. Michigan keys: keep the Gophers off the free throw line. Gophers get to the free throw line as well as the best team in the country at getting to the free throw line. A lot of that has to do with Marcus Carr. So keep the Gophers off the free throw line because the Gophers struggle on the road. Okay? All right. That'll do it, guys. If you want to join the tribe, y'all know what it is. Text me, 312-847-2739. You get the inside scoop. You get behind-the-scenes coverage. You know, I'll send you text, and I'm not going to blow you up because this is a journey. I'm just learning how to do this. So join me on the journey. All right? Krishan Farron, good to see you. You guys have a great evening. I hope that you guys tune in to Big Ten Network. I believe it's 7. I'll have a hit right at the top of the pregame show. So tune in to Big Ten Network. You'll see yours truly. I wanted to give y'all a taste of what you can see, because some of you don't. I'm sure some of you aren't able to catch the games because you've got lives of your own. But if you do, would love to see you. All right, that'll do it. Take care. I'll come back. I'll try to come back tomorrow. That game is on the road, and I have to go to Madison, Wisconsin, so I may not be able to do a pregame sauce, but I will definitely try. All right. Love you all. Have a great evening. I hope to see you guys. Hope you guys see me and Kevin Kugler soon on Big Ten Network. Peace, y'all.